What's amore?
What it do, everybody? What it do?
Amore.
We're on here a little early this time.
Yeah, we had to make up for all the times that we're a couple minutes late. We're making up for it now.
Yeah. I'm still waking up a little bit.
You say that at the beginning of every part too.
Hey, sometimes it takes me a minute to get my vibe right. I'm a projector in human design, so that sucks. I don't have an unlimited tank of energy like y'all fucking manifesting generators.
Do we know what Nevaeh is?
No.
What the heck?
Uh-oh.
That was Sperry.
Sounds like Sperry's getting attacked.
No. I mean, that didn't sound like an attack. It sounds like he's bringing us a gift.
Oh. What do you want, Sperry?
Oh, that was so
He's
sad.
just standing down there at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, that was so sad. He was wondering where we went.
Well, I was down there giving him pets and shit, and then I hopped up. That's why I was covered in hair.
Oh, it's so sad. He's starting to get really stressed out, I think, because he's licking the back of his legs raw. Like, oh, there he is. Spetty!
What's up, Spetty?
You want to make an appearance? Everybody gets to make an appearance. Oh, he came right to you.
This is Spetty. He
hates
doesn't
to
like
be
being held, though, so it's got to be a quick appearance.
Here, this is how you hold the Amori right here. Oh, you gotta have mommy's touch. This is Amori. This is the one that hid
Yeah.
on our video.
Anybody that was with us from the beginning, he was the first cat we got, and he's been a scaredy cat since day one.
For real, for no reason. Literally no reason at all. He was never mistreated. And
He's a runt.
him and Taro, they were both in the same litter.
He's a runt.
Taro came out just fine.
He's been bullying since the titty.
Oh, that's so sad.
Buggy was probably swatting at him and taking his titty from him.
Yeah, but they were both the last ones to be picked. That is so sad. I wonder what their siblings look like. They must have been cute.
I don't know, maybe. Anywho. All right.
Anywho.
Got a few of you up in here. A little teeny weeny handful of you. We're early anyways. We just wanted to hop on and say what's up.
Yeah, we wanted to chit chat for a little bit.
Finish my drink here. Oh.
So.
I'll tell you what, though, that new supplement that I bought, it's called Correct Energy.
Oh, yeah.
You have very interesting dreams on that. Very interesting. I don't know. One thing I've been noticing, though, is ever since we got sick, my dreams are different. They're different. I don't even know how to explain it. I go to a very, very weird fucking place when I dream. Very weird. And it's still weird, but it's different. I've been going to the same place for the past 7 or 8 years when I fall asleep and dream.
The same world.
Yeah, now it's different. I don't even know how to explain
Hand
it.
me that one. The feel free. And every time he wakes up, not every time, but a lot of times he'll wake up and I did something in the dream, or you couldn't find me.
Yeah.
Or you always seem to have your little night terrors during your naps.
Well, this last time I was looking for you. You were somewhere. We were in this big place. This is another thing. Tell me if you experienced this. It's one thing that's so weird that I can't tell when I dream is if you're indoors or outdoors. It's like no matter where you are, everything feels like you're in this enclosed system. And it's always like this gigantic building. And I'm going around looking for her. And I'm trying to text her.
Sad.
And I'm pulling up my text and I'm trying to text her, and then the keyboard keeps switching, so I can't text when I'm trying to. And it was like so frustrating and annoying. And that's when I woke up.
Have you seen those videos where they say that how come you've never seen your phone in your dreams? Well, you just debunked that.
Yeah, I text in my dream all the time.
I feel like, yeah, I have my phone too, and it like never works. So I'll be like needing to call somebody, or I'm like trying to do something and it never works. I can never get it to do what I need it to do. Or if I'm trying to like take a picture of something in my dream, it'll be like glared or you can't like see. Right? Like it's weird.
Weird place we go to, man. Anywho. What's up, y'all? There's a few more of you up in here now. What it do, everybody? Hey, we got us a decent little list this time.
Yeah, we have quite the list.
Well, like I said earlier, I'll do a maximum of 3 parts. So if the list gets too big, we'll take another break. Come back at I guess 6 or 7, and we'll do a maximum of 3 parts a day. We used to have to do 3 parts. Remember back 2020 during the pandemic?
I think so, but I don't think that coming back at 7 would be. That wouldn't make any sense.
What do you mean? We gotta get it done.
Because it's like 4:00, and then if you go for like an hour and a half, that would be about 5:30, and then you're only gonna take like an hour break.
Oh, okay. Well,
we'll talk about it like when we get to the end. There's no reason to stress about that now.
Anywho, all right, we're gonna get started here in a couple minutes.
It's 4, so we can get started now.
It is now. Yo.
All right, we're gonna get started with Michelle. It says, "Hi, my question is if my husband and I would be able to reconcile and get back together. We've been together 14 years and married for 4. I'm a Cancer, he's a Libra. Things got rocky once I found out he was being unfaithful. We ended up having a miscarriage and he moved out shortly after all that. It's been a year since he left. Thanks."
That's extremely rocky.
Is this the one where the husband was with the stripper? Is this you or maybe that's somebody else? Remember that one?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of familiar. That might not be you though. But I remember the name. It was Michelle.
King of Cups reversed. So, can we reconcile is one question. Can we reconcile successfully is a totally different question. We got the karmic wheel in the upright here. Kind of feels to me like this karmic tie is closing out. I don't know, because we have the karmic wheel in the upright and the 6 of Cups reversed. So either A, you completed your karmic contract with this person, or with the 6 of Cups reversed, even if you didn't complete it, it's still closing out. One of the two. But when you have the King of Cups reversed right here and the 9 of Cups reversed, the person you're dealing with is an emotionally manipulative codependent. So it doesn't look like he's changed frequencies. So, I mean, could you reconcile? It's possible. But with the Knight of Wands energy right here, he hasn't changed frequencies. It would be about a 95% chance of a repeat cycle. I don't know when he switched up on you, but he's not quite who you think he is. And it always blows my mind when that comes through. Most of the time, it's not uncommon for that energy to come through, but it's usually real short-term relationships. So when you got a 14-year-long relationship and somebody had the wool pulled over your eyes for that long, that blows my mind. That's crazy. King of Wands reversed. I just don't really see this person genuinely growing, changing, healing, evolving. 3 of Swords. Yeah. So, Death card reverse. There is potential for a reconciliation attempt. But with the King of Wands reversed, he's bringing the same energy back to the connection if y'all was to get back together. The same energy. See, and there's the codependency card again. He's a codependent. That's way too long of a lecture for me to break that down. You've probably heard me go on about that anyway. But when you have a codependent like that, it's just a snake eating its tail. You know, it's an unfillable void.
So you get to the end.
It's an unfillable void. He's just spinning circles, dog chasing his tail, going nowhere. So yeah, right now he's still the same version of himself that he was when he walked away. So yeah, I would be careful with that if you do attempt reconciliation, because if he doesn't bring a new energy to the table, it'll be a repeat cycle.
Okay, next is for Storm. It says, does she still have feelings for me? Past person.
Strength card. I think so. Moon reversed. Emperor reversed. Yeah, I think so. But this individual is the type to not want to show their vulnerability. So I would have to answer that question as a yes, but it looks like this person doesn't want you to know how they feel. He said she, right? She doesn't want you to know how she feels. But I would say, yeah. I could dig a little bit deeper into that, but I don't know how long ago the two of you parted ways. So without knowing that, I can't go any further. But let's see what the next spread says. Queen of Cups. Yeah, she got feelings for you. Yep. She got feelings for you. Absolutely. Judgment. But she doesn't want you to know that she has any kind of feelings or vulnerability. So I don't know if this was something recent or not. Yeah, I can't dig that up any deeper without knowing how long ago you all parted ways. But to answer the question as directly as possible, yeah, she do. Absolutely.
She doo-doo.
She do.
Okay, next is for Jana. It says Sagittarius Moon, Sag, Cap, Cusp, Sun. What is, I don't know if that's an abbreviation, but I'm just going to say Rax feelings and future action for me. No fight, but not talking from past 4 months. No fight, but we stopped talking. I pinged, but no reply. He is Leo, Sun, and Gemini, Moon, and Rising. No fight, but I put some conditions as I suspected him. Double timing. Not on talking terms. It happened abruptly. Pinged him yesterday, but no reply. Wanted a friendly closure as it had best moments of my life. What is pinged? Is that like a new... is it like Facebook where you like poke someone?
That's what I was thinking when you was reading it.
But maybe there's like a new like social media or something.
I don't know. Never heard that.
Anyone knows, put it in the comments so I can learn about it. I've never heard that.
Ooh, the Devil card. I kind of had the feeling that I'm thinking that the universe pulled this person away from you to do you a favor. Yeah. I think this person I think the universe pulled this person away from you to do you a favor. The universe saw things you didn't see, heard conversations you didn't hear, and you were starting to pick up on it. You're starting to pick up on the fact that this isn't really somebody you need in your life. He's not who you think he is. But okay, that's not what I was looking for. But right now, this first spread, if I was to try to look at this person's feelings in this first spread here, I'm not seeing this person overwhelmed with emotion. This person's number one priority right now is trying to find somebody new. It wouldn't surprise me if this person already has somebody new. Excuse me. Wouldn't surprise me if he already has somebody new or has his eye on somebody. So I want to come up with a short, sweet way of explaining that. I see that energy come through a lot. And the way I normally explain it is running from it. But that's not, I don't think that description does it justice. Like, have you ever made a really dumb mistake and then you just run from it as quick as you can and try to distract yourself from it? That's what he's doing. And he's probably been doing that for a long time. So, Page of Swords. The Codependency card. Okay, yeah. So, his number one priority right now is trying to find somebody new. I suspect that he already has somebody, but not allowed to spy on the details of his life. That's just allegedly. But he did not have pure intentions. So I don't really think he has the wherewithal to really have feelings for anybody. He's very much a service to self type of individual who only cares about benefiting himself. And yeah, once you started calling him out on his shit, he switched on you because he knows his game's not going to work on you. So right now, in the current moment, his number one priority is to try to find somebody new. I wouldn't really see him taking action towards you unless his options dry up for a long, extended period of time. That's people like that. That's usually when they come back. I got this damn frog stuck in my throat.
Go get it out. Go get your frog out. Go in the bathroom and just do one big cough.
I got it. All right.
And then spit the loogie out. Okay, and then this person also bought another question, and it says, would there be any communication, friendly to be specific, with rat looking for friendly closure? So that's
well, see, the trouble is the reason why this person's distancing himself from you is because you were getting close to exposing him. So in order to actually get closure, like true, genuine closure between two people, he would have to open up and be honest. And he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that. So that's the tricky part about this. He doesn't want you to get really, really close because you're already getting close to exposing him and calling him out on his shit. So right now, he's not planning on it. Like I said, not planning on it right now. His number one priority right now is to try to find somebody new. Again, I highly suspect he already has someone. But that's just supposed. That's just speculation. I could be wrong on that. But I would feel safe betting that he already has someone. But so right now he's not planning on it. If he was to reach out and come forward, it would more than likely be a very strong, concerted effort to divert your focus away from what you were already picking up on. Seven of Swords again. So he's not planning on it right now. Like I said, if his options dry up and he finds himself backed into a corner with no other options for a long, drawn-out, extended period of time, you might get communication. But it won't be friendly closure communication. It'll be him trying to twist things and not being 100% honest with you. So, all right.
You're making my throat.
It's just one. I keep thinking I'm getting it, and then it goes back down.
Well, what are you doing with it when it gets up? It doesn't just disappear.
I thought I swallowed it.
But then it's back in there.
No, that's you're swallowing it down your esophagus. It's stuck in my windpipe.
Oh.
Okay, there it goes. Okay.
Take a moment.
It only happens when I go live.
No, it's still there. I hear it.
but it only bothers me when I go live. I think it's because when I go live, I start talking really loud.
Yes.
Yeah, I talk way louder on camera than I do in regular life. So it starts pushing it up, you know?
Well, don't talk so loud.
I can't help it. I'm in my flow state. I'm channeling. Everything's coming in and just flowing. It's hard to be quiet when I'm reading tarot.
Ew, imagine like, you know, the videos where they're like whispering like, what if there was like an ASMR tarot?
Oh, I hate that. Oh,
I cannot. Like the ones when they have the microphone and they whisper in it.
Oh, dude, that digs under my skin and makes me
immediately just cringy. I cannot.
I don't know what's worse, the people doing it or the people that actually like to listen to it. Why the fuck would you want to listen to that? Oh, I hate that.
Oh,
anywho.
God. Okay, so next person is T. Says Aqua Sun, Pisces Moon, Leo Rising. Hi, I keep on attracting married men and I'm beyond over it. Is there a curse/spell on my love life?
No, it's your vibration. But I don't think I want to look at it from that angle first off. I don't think that's the angle that I want to hit first. Queen of Swords reverse. Emperor reversed. Okay, that's what I thought. Death card reversed. So all the people that you're referring to so far attracting, that hasn't been by accident. These have been people that you actually legitimately have soul contracts with. All different kinds. More than likely, mostly karmic. You know, just some karma to clear of some sort. But no, it's not a curse. It's your vibration. But right now, you are where you're supposed to be vibrationally, because if you have a soul contract with somebody, you have to attract that person in vibrationally. So the universe is making sure that you're in a vibrational state that will attract the people that you have soul contracts with, if that makes sense. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but that's the way it works. Let me just give you an energy check here. Energy check. Let's see. Ten of coins. Ace of Wands reversed. Empress reversed. Yeah, well, yeah, these are soul contracts and lessons that you're learning. And this is so difficult for me to, I don't know what advice to give you. Because this has been playing itself out for a very specific reason. Now, I can tell you this. Let me put it to you like this. 5 years from now, in 2030, you'll be able to look back on everything that you're going through right now and it'll make sense. So everything is actually playing out the way it's supposed to, and everything is unfolding the way that it's supposed to. Your life path is being guided very, very divinely, and you're being molded and shaped into the person that you're meant to become. So to answer your question as directly as possible, no, there's not a curse on your love life. But even if there was, people don't understand that the way curses, hexes, and black magic works is you're still the one that manifests whatever the shit is that the hex is meant to manifest. So let's say somebody throws some black magic at you. They throw this negative energy at you and it sticks to you. And it starts putting thoughts in your mind. It starts making you feel certain feelings and think certain thoughts. And it puts you in the vibrational state that starts manifesting the bad things that it's making you manifest. So it's you doing it all along. So just think about that if you're ever curious about whether or not there's a negative entity attached to you, or a curse, or a hex. the best thing that you can learn how to do is identify your energy opposed to a foreign energetic attack. So, but no, I would have to say no, there's not a curse. Honestly, things are unfolding the way they're supposed to. So that's about all I can say on that right now. I can't really say a whole lot more. I know that may sound nuts, but just be picky and choosy about energy. If you really are beyond over it, then just keep your foot down and demand to the universe, I'm not playing this game. I don't want to do this no more. I'm not playing this game. And just, yeah, I can't. It would take me like 15 minutes to explain that advice. So I'm just going to back away from there.
Okay. Next is for Stacy. I am getting home repairs done that are going over the estimated amount, which I was expected a little bit. Which I expected a little bit. Does the universe have my back / is it going to be too much for me to afford?
That's a strange question. Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands. Well, I mean, it's situations like that. It really depends on how you approach the situation vibrationally. In the long run, no. But in the short term, man, dude, that would take so long for me to explain.
You're fired. He has a lot to say.
That would take so long to explain. That's probably a 20-25 minute lecture right there on the energy of money and money manifestation.
That would be a full read, or that would be a reading, or well, unless they bought the course, right?
Well, yeah.
And I think she might have bought the course.
But depending on the way you perceive it, you very well may perceive it to be either very close or almost more than what you can afford. But if you approach the situation differently, no, it won't be more than you can afford. The universe, this is the tricky thing about money, and it is tricky. Oh, trust me, it's tricky. I've been on this path for 7 years now, and I still struggle with it. It's tricky. The tricky thing about money is figuring out how to get out of the way and let the universe do what it needs to do without worrying about how much is in the account, without trying to project an image into the future of how much money is going to be in your account. That's the tricky part. That's the hard part. Having that trust and faith in the universe, and actually having trust and faith and being able to release it and let go of it, takes practice. Takes practice, like big time practice.
I don't think she did buy the course.
No. 9 of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles. So, like I said, it depends on your perception going into it. I can tell you that if I was in that situation, no, I would not perceive this as something that I can't afford. But it depends on how you perceive it. That's the tricky part about it. You are absolutely able to get all this stuff done within the next few months easily, depending on the way you approach the situation. Like, for example, let's say you just get this done this month, the next thing done the next month, the next thing done the next month, instead of trying to get it all done at once. You know, that's just an example of different ways that you can approach the situation. But the short answer is no. Now, if you really approach the situation, you could afford it. Okay, that's the only thing I can think to say. That's the money manifestation, man. That's so extensive. Okay.
So I was thinking, like, after we're done, like, launching the courses, like, every month we're kind of like putting out a new course, this and that. So I'm thinking by this summer, after you're done, like, doing all that, we could release the bundle. So then anybody who didn't get those over the past couple months, we can just do the bundle and they can buy it all at once for, like, a discount.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just popped in my head.
I want to put a new one on there too, anyways.
Yeah. Do you guys have any course ideas that you would like Rich to do? Let us know, because I'm fresh out of ideas. And we don't really, I don't know. We get like so stuck in our little bubble that we don't really know what people would want to know right now, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really out of ideas. It's just that in the spiritual community, there's so many concepts and ideas and teachings that have been recycled and recycled and recycled and recycled for so many years now that my concern isn't coming up with things to teach. It's coming up with different ways to explain things that haven't been explained yet. That's been my number one prerogative my whole career, is to be able to get you to think about something differently in a way that nobody else has. So that's what I'm working on with the next one.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to share this manifestation technique that I saw on a video. I thought was really cool. So, like, something you can do is think of something that you want to manifest and then assign it for example, if you see a red car or like a yellow car, because I feel like a yellow car is a little bit more uncommon, but if you want it to be a red car, you can. So anytime you see like a red car, that's like your confirmation that whatever it is that you're manifesting is like on its way. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, that is cool.
Or like it could even be like a colored flower. So it's like, okay, if I see a red flower, and then you'll just like sometimes start seeing it, and then you use that as like a confirmation. As like, oh,
I could see how that would work.
Yeah.
Because that'll reinforce your belief in it.
Exactly, yeah.
But still, it won't. It's very unlikely it'll be able to make its way to you while you're thinking about it, though.
Well, yeah, you have to forget about it. But if you like randomly see that thing, it'll just be like a little reminder, like, oh yeah, it's on its way.
That's cool. I'm gonna start using that. When did you see that? You never told me that.
Oh, I don't know. It was like a while ago.
I
don't know. Time is like weird. Maybe it was a couple months ago. So yeah. Anyways.
Look at Sherry.
I know, poor baby. He looks so pitiful. I can't help but always feel bad for him. Oh, and then a cat will come up and just bite him for no reason.
Can y'all see him?
He's just laying there, right, looking off the little edge.
He's just laying there looking off the edge.
Oh, it's so sad. He has to be a Cancer, because I just always feel bad for him. Even though I know he's not, but like maybe he has like a Cancer moon. Because I just feel so bad for him for no reason.
I've taught her a couple of little tricks on how to detect certain energies, and that's my little 99% of the time. That's how I can sniff Cancerian energy from a mile away. I think that's the easiest sign to detect.
Yeah.
Is that, if you're meeting somebody and then all of a sudden, for no reason, you start feeling like, oh, you poor thing. You start feeling sorry for them. Cancer. Every time. Every time. Every time.
They pull on the heartstrings.
Yeah. They know how to make you go, oh. Every time.
Oh, okay. All right. Moving on. We have Anonymous.
A naughty mouse.
Guidance on my mother. What can I do next to have a stronger boundaries with her?
Wait, what? Stronger boundaries?
Yeah, maybe she's doing something. I don't know.
I don't really understand that. Have a stronger bond or set stronger boundaries? Which I'm a little confused on.
What do you mean? Set stronger boundaries. That's what it says. What do you mean?
I mean, Because it
How
almost,
are you
the way
gonna
you
do
worded it almost kind of sounded like.
Did I say it wrong? I'm just reading it how it came out. What can I do to have? Wait, what can I do next to have stronger boundaries with her? Maybe I read that wrong.
Well, that's not really a tarot question. I guess I can pull and look at the energy, but
You look at like their soul contract.
boundaries are boundaries. Yeah, I can look at the soul contract, but boundaries are boundaries. You put your foot down and you keep it there. I don't know if you're in communication. There's so many questions I have. Are you in communication with her? You know, because, you know, especially when it comes to family, from what I've experienced.
You don't want to ask him about family.
From what I've experienced, no, I mean.
He'll say block.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that when it comes to family, most of the time, there are no in the middle boundaries, because 9 times out of 10, if you have to set boundaries with a family member, that family member does not respect you. And usually when it gets that point to a family member, especially somebody as close as your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister, that they usually just assume that they have a license to treat you however they want. So there is no in the middle most of the time with family members. And that's why blocking is usually just the best way to go. I guess I can look and see the soul contract here. Fool card, but your boundaries are your boundaries. And it's not like stronger. They're either strong boundaries or they're not. So you're either hard-headed and stubborn with your boundaries, or you're weak with your boundaries. It's not really So yeah, 6 of Cups reversed. This is a karmic contract you all have been working on for many, 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 many lifetimes. Many, many lifetimes. But yeah, as far as boundaries go, it's not a matter of them being stronger. It's a matter of you standing on them and refusing to let up and refusing to back up. So, and again, I don't know, are y'all in communication? If you're in communication and she's still disrespecting your boundaries, the next step is to cut communication. Yeah, I don't really know how to answer that exactly, because boundaries are either strong or they're not. So, yeah, you all have been working on this for many, 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 many lifetimes. 95% of parent and child connections are karmic in nature with the long-term humans. And it's likely that you all have been switching roles around from mother and son, mother and daughter, father and son, father and daughter. You were the father in one life. She was the mother in another life. And you all have probably done this every way you possibly can. And it still doesn't really look like it's improving in this lifetime. So at some point, you just want to ask yourself, how far am I willing to take this before I just completely cut you out of my life? And that's just a line that you have to draw in the sand when you're ready for it. But boundaries are boundaries. They're either strong or they're not. So what I always recommend, and from what I've seen, this hasn't failed me. And anybody that's taken this advice, it hasn't failed them either. Especially with family, I like to set at least 1 year. I'm going to cut you out of my life for 1 year. Usually after that 1 year passes, they know you mean business. Like, oh, damn. Well, if I'm going to come back into your life, I better walk the line or you'll cut me off for another year, you know? Hopefully that was helpful. That was a hard question to answer.
I remember I blocked my dad
Oh, yeah.
when we first met.
Oh, yeah.
That did not last very long.
Lasted
and
over a
that
year.
was really hard to do.
Lasted about 1.5 years.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We
No,
were in Idaho. And
yeah, and I know I unblocked him and I talked to him right before we went to go get the girls in Kentucky. So it was only like 6 months or so, 5-6 months. But
well,
I tell
worked.
you what, nothing ever happened again.
Whatever you did, it worked.
That was hard because I love my dad so much.
It can be hard to do, but Sometimes you got to show people you mean business.
I am a daddy's girl, so that hurt.
I had to block my mom.
But you're not a mommy's boy. You're like nobody's boy.
Cut out my whole family. I'm a lone wolf. I don't have family.
I was thinking, like, I wonder if you have like a trauma response, and that's why you just like block people. It's like a trauma.
No, it's I don't have time to waste my time spinning in circles with you. Response. 99% of the time, you're just going to keep repeating the same old shit. Look at the issues with the people that we've been dealing with. Just the same thing every time. Come on, what?
Oh, yeah.
It's just been the same thing. It's been the same thing.
I get like that kind of situation, but like if you just block everybody, you'll never have anyone at the end of the day. But I get it. Like some people, when you are going in that round, by like at least the 5th time, it's like, okay,
that's what I'm saying.
You're done.
I would rather be alone than spin in circles, keep repeating the same cycle with you my whole life. Like I'm not going to do that. So,
but I'm saying, like, I don't want to just like block somebody right away. Like I will tell you what you did, and then if you do it again,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
not right away, not the first time something pops off, but at some point you have to ask yourself, how many times am I going to repeat this cycle before I'm done with it?
Right. All right. Excuse me. Now I'm getting all froggy.
All right.
All right.
We're done babbling.
Well, shut up.
This is the reason why we timestamp the readings.
Because we blab. Okay, next is, okay, I'm going to try to say his name. Arshia. Tired of attracting emotionally unavailable men. Last ex broke up because he lost feelings after a year. Will I, is that Sun, Pisces, Moon, Leo?
Cancer.
That one's Cancer?
Yeah.
Sun, Cancer, Moon, Leo, meet someone this year.
He didn't lose feelings after a year. That's a classic example of a codependency connection. After about a year, see, most codependent people think that that feeling that you get when you first meet somebody, that explosive feeling, most people think that that's love, and it's not. And the codependent searches for that feeling. They think that they're going to find somebody that they feel that way for their whole life, and you're not. That feeling will wear off. And then that's one of the first signs of a codependency relationship is when you just start losing feelings. You're not losing feelings. That's not what's happening. What's happening is the honeymoon phase is wearing off. And then once that wears off, whether or not true love was ever there will be exposed. But let me just take a look and see if you have any miscellaneous contracts due to come in. Let me see here. But no, that's not a result of men being emotionally unavailable. It's a result of men being emotionally codependent and trying to fill the void from the outside in. Needing a sex partner or a relationship to make you feel better about yourself by distracting you from your problems. Well, even when you meet your actual divine life partner, that in the beginning feeling is going to wear off and it won't distract you from your problems forever. So let me see, are there any other miscellaneous contracts due? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Matter of fact, I don't think you've had any miscellaneous contracts due for a while. But while there's still soul ties with past people, you run the risk of attracting people of the same vibration. So it's good that you're at a place where you understand what the energy feels like, because like I said in the last video, when you're changing from 93.1 to 107.7, you're going to come across a lot of different people, and your ability to be able to identify who to stay away from is very, very key. Your next contract due to come in is long-term, stable, and committed, but you're not quite a vibrational match to that person yet. Let's see what the next spread says. Two of Swords. Fool card. King of Pentacles reverse. Devil card again. All right. So it depends on how much of this energy you're able to release this year as to whether or not you're able to attract that person this year. Yeah, because you're kind of skating along the same vibration. And that's why you keep attracting the same person, the same demon in a different body, basically. There's no judgment when we talk about vibration. It has nothing to do with you being a good person or a bad person or a smart person or a dumb person. It's just vibration. And these are codependency connections, not really emotionally unavailable. So, yeah, you're close. You are close. But just be picky and choosy what the energy feels like with anybody you connect with. Because you probably will come across a few more people very similar to that before you attract the next long-term contract. And being able to identify that and say, whoa, no, I'm not doing that. On your way towards that contract is very key.
Next is for Valerie. My ex keeps trying to rekindle our relationship that I broke off in 2023. We have a daughter together. Should I give it one more chance?
Let's see the soul contract. Emperor. Fool card, Ace of Cups. It's not telling me. It's not telling me. Not even telling me. I don't know if this contract is complete. Ah, there we go. No, it's not. No, it's not complete. Okay, so that does leave room on the table for reconciliation. Like if both of you was to actually do it, it would leave room on the table. But you're not quite in a vibrational place to do that. Not quite. Because you don't even trust him. You don't even trust the situation. I'm going to pull and check his energy, or this person. I'm going to check their energy in the next spread here. But yeah, while there's that doubt and that fear and that lack of trust, that makes it really slippery. I mean, slipperier than hog snot to try to get into a connection with somebody where there's that much doubt.
Hog snot. I've never heard that.
Slicker than hog snot? You never heard that?
I've never heard that.
Ooh, King of Cups reverse, Page of Wands. Well, I tell you what, your ex hasn't changed frequencies. So the likelihood that it's going to repeat the same cycle is pretty high. I would predict, let's see, 8 of Cups. I would predict that if you all got back together tomorrow, things would look really, really, really good for about the first 2 weeks to a month. And then this would start sliding back into place. And within the first 60 days, y'all would just pick up right where you left off. Right where you left off. So I can't technically tell you not to, though, because the contract is incomplete. It's not quite complete, but
No, stop. Don't chew ice. I cannot.
But I would say that if there's this much tension, somebody you broke up with 2 years ago, and you are that apprehensive, I probably wouldn't. See this? I don't know, man. People like that piss me off. It pisses me off. Persistence. If I break off a connection with you and you keep persisting and persisting and persisting, trying to change my mind and change my mind and change my mind, man, that tells me you don't give two diddly fucks about how I feel. You don't respect how I feel. You don't respect the decisions that I've made. You know, from what I've seen, it's always bad giving somebody like that what they want. From what I've seen, that means they have no respect for you. I mean, I can understand what it's like to have somebody leave you that you don't want to leave you, but you can't beg and plead and talk somebody into wanting to be with you, you know? And that should just be common sense. So I would say be careful with that. All I could say is if it was me, I would not. I'm not saying do what I would do, but if it was me, which it has been, I would not. Anyway. No good idea.
Any hoots?
Any hooey, shooey, dooey, and Louie.
Okay, next is anonymous.
Naughty mouse.
Just ended a relationship recently. Will my next person be my person or just another lesson? What was my lesson behind this last relationship?
Way too many questions. Way too many questions.
So we will pick one question because it is a one question.
Now, let me just say this. Not every single person that comes into your life is meant to teach you a lesson. Okay. However, you can extract a lesson from every person that comes into your life. You can. I'll also say this. If it was meant to teach you a lesson, I'm not allowed to tell you what it is. Because if I did, you didn't learn it. But let me see here. So just some things to think about. Take that with you on your journey. What other soul contracts are due to come in? 3 of Cups reverse. Star card reversed. So it is time for you to level up. It is time for you to level up. Now, this is where semantics is going to get slippery. You will be tested. You will be tested. So your last connection was a karmic contract. Okay. And again, like I said, every connection isn't meant to simply teach you a lesson, but you can extract a lesson from every situation. And you will be tested on that lesson before you're able to level up. Is that too confusing? I know that may be a little bit confusing and paradoxical and sound kind of weird, but you'll be tested. But the last connection wasn't a lesson. It was a karmic contract. But there are lessons to be learned. I don't know any other way to explain that, man. That's so hard to explain. But yes, you will be tested. You will be tested. Now, best case scenario, you have learned your lesson, whether you realize it or not, and you avoid the situation altogether without even realize you're being tested. Worst case scenario, you get sucked back in and repeat a past cycle. There it is again. There it is again. That's going to drive me nuts. That's going to give me something to think about, a different way to explain that. Ace of Cups reverse. Yep, you'll be tested. Probably more than once, too, to be honest with you. Probably more than once. It's really, 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 really complex because you have to go through these tests in order to level up, too. There's so much to explain there. To shorten it, you have no other miscellaneous contracts due to come in, but you will be tested probably another time or two. So, and then, yeah, as long as you're standing tall, strong, and solid in your vibration and in your energy, you'll pass tests with flying colors, and then you could easily attract your divine life partner, potentially this year or next, potentially. Anyway,
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a lot to say.
Yeah. It's not that it's a lot to say. It's picking out the important parts and putting them in there.
And condensing it.
And then I always think of something that I need to say. But if I go to say that, I'm going to have to rearrange everything that I just said. And it's like, ugh.
That's got to be your Virgo moon, bro. Just like, how the fuck do you even do all that in your mind? Like, my brain does not compute like that.
No.
You can categorize your thoughts. Like,
yeah.
I gotta say this, and I put this first, and this was like, no. I feel like my mind is mostly just like air. Like, I don't really think of, there's not much going on up there like that. I can't think of things like that.
Too loud in my head, man.
You're so smart, though. I wish I could be like you.
Well, when you got so much going on in your head, you can't pay attention to what's going on around you because it's so loud up here.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm a dinglebat.
That's why you're ditzy and you're a lot.
Yeah. That's why I struggled with addiction so much my whole life. Anything to make that shut up.
Yeah. That's interesting, though. I find it fascinating, like, when I hear you say stuff like that, because I'm like, what? It's like, how? I'm intrigued. If only I could just hop in there for like 2 minutes. Probably only need like 2 minutes.
You'd run out screaming.
Okay, y'all go into yours, and then you can hang out in mine for a little bit and get some relief.
All right.
All right, it's a date. All right, next is for Jess. Will this relationship with Aaron last?
Short, sweet, and simple. Five of Wands reversed. Oh. So I would imagine that this is a relatively new connection. I would imagine.
Well, you can't just assume.
There are some issues that haven't bubbled up to the surface and that are being repressed. So there's a lot that's being repressed between the two of you. And eventually that energy is going to make its way to the surface. And how the two of you work through that when it happens will tell whether or not it's going to last. Because with the Nine of Swords, Five of Wands reversed, there's a lot of energy being repressed. I do think it's a long-term contract, though. It is a long-term contract. But just believe there's some energy that is going to make its way to the surface between the two of you, especially here in the next 2 or 3 months. Let's see what the next spread says. There's the Empress again. So, again, long-term contract. So that's good. You got that working for you. Let me grab this up. Seven of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. So, it should last. There's just a lot of energy that's repressed. There's a lot of, on both sides, past traumas, PTSDs, insecurities, fears, doubt, and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to make its way to the surface. It's not going to be able to be repressed forever. And hopefully you all are able to work through that together as a team. But I can tell you that it is a long-term contract, so it should last. So, okay.
Okay, next is for Ruby. Saggy X Leo. We were together 3 years, now apart for 6 years. We were on and off, toxic, still feel strong connection. What's our soul contract and if it's complete?
Six of Cups in the upright. Okay. Oh, and the Devil card. Yeah. I think you completed it the first time you went off. So a lot of times when you're on and off like that, most of the time, the first time you went off, it was complete. So yes, it's complete. However, more karma was created in the process of going on and off. So now there's a whole new karmic tie and more karma that was created. So let me see the next spread. Actually, I kind of want to grab another deck. Hang on, let me do a deck swap.
Deck swap.
All right, got to get good old trusty dusty here. This is my lucky deck. King of Wands reverse. Nine of Pentacles, Moon card. Okay, so yeah, whole new karmic tie here. But the original contract was complete. I see that happen a lot. So don't be thinking you did something wrong or thinking that you're stupid or anything like that. I see this happen all the time. Two people come together with a soul contract, complete the first contract, and create karma in the process of doing that. So that's the reason why you still feel this person in your energy, because you never released it. Never released it. So to answer the question as directly as possible, I think that it is complete. It was completed the first time the two of you went off. You weren't supposed to come back together after that first time. So, okie dokie.
Pillows here.
The buggy pillow.
Oh yeah, this is my pillow. Damn! Look at all the Sperry hair on it.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. That's like a real life cat, even more. Oh my gosh, can you guys see all the hairs on that? Probably can't.
It's hard to see on there.
Dang. Look, he looks actually furry, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I want to sit on that now. I just need a different pillow for my back.
Be all right.
Oh, that's a little better.
That better?
Yeah.
Everything gonna be alright.
That is so funny how it looks.
Yeah.
The buggy pillow.
All right.
Oops.
Boo boo be doo.
Next is for Vicky. Says, sorry to do this again. I own my house. Max is, oh, okay. So I think this person bought a reading last week. Says, I own my house. Max is selling his house and wants to move in. What are his intentions around this? He just assumes we will live together. I feel he's using me. True?
Well, again, the underlying vibration here is you don't trust him. That's the underlying vibration. So let me just send you on your way with this just to think about. And you can use this no matter who you're dealing with, no matter what situation you're dealing with. Let's say it comes through that he has nothing but the best of intentions. Let's just say. Then what? You still didn't trust him. Because if he does have good intentions, why would you be unsure about that? Why would there be confusion? Why would there be? If he has nothing but the best of intentions and you're not able to vibe that out, that means the two of you are such a vibrational mismatch that you're incapable of picking up what he's putting down. So that energy will manifest itself in one way or the other. But let's see. Let's see. Usually that's not the case, though. Most of the time, you're probably picking up on something that's off.
Because women are intuitive.
So let's see here. 10 of Pentacles reversed.
He's a mooch. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what the cards say.
Well, I mean, he is an opportunist.
Oh, is that a mooch?
I mean, yeah, some opportunists are mooches, but an opportunist. So how do I word this? You know how, like when a person wants something for themselves and they'll jump on an opportunity, and anything they see as an opportunity to benefit them, they'll jump on it. Yeah, that's kind of what I think it is. So yeah, in a way, I don't think his intentions are 100%.
So he's using her, like.
Yeah.
She said, I'm Vicky. 10 of Pentacles reverse said everything. Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Okay. Let me see.
That's immediately when I saw that, I was like, oh, he's a mooch. I don't know why that like popped in my head.
7 of Pentacles. And 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, he's an opportunist. So, yeah, most opportunists are mooches and users.
Moochies.
Figure out moochies. But yeah, probably. I would have a conversation. I don't know who this person is to you, or
I don't remember. Wait, I think I have last week's right here.
So is this the person she's dating, or?
Oh, this is all she put. What are Max's true intentions? That was last week.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. And then I think that I never got, I emailed her, and then I think you did the personal reading for her.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you did the private reading.
I don't remember what that was about, though, honestly. I really don't. I don't even remember what I said. Anyway, yeah, I'm seeing an opportunist that it's so hard to explain, because the card that I read as using you would be the 9 of Pentacles reversed. That's financial codependency. That's somebody using you for money. 9 of Pentacles reversed. That one didn't come out, but 10 of Pentacles reversed, King of Wands reversed came out. And that's a very similar energy.
She says that they've been together for a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Well, if you've been together for a year, how come you don't want to live together? Sorry, I'm being nosy now. Now we're kind of trailing off.
That is a good question, though.
Yeah. I guess, like, it's a lot. Like, that's, like, a huge step. Like, when you buy a house with somebody, or, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it's, you guys are both there. I'm not saying they're going to buy it together, but if he has nowhere else to go, and,
Yeah.
he's selling his house, that means, well, now where are you going to go? And now it's like her responsibility.
Yeah. So it's like, it's more, I need this opportunity to benefit me, more of that than I just want to be with you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, yeah.
Well, good luck with that. That sounds messy. I do not want to be a fly on the wall in that room when you have a conversation. You are not moving in. Period. She said, I don't want to live with anyone. I fought for what I have. I'm only giving it to my children. Yeah, exactly. Ew.
Oops.
Did you just gleek on me?
Yeah.
Ugh, bro, what the fuck? How the fuck did you gleek when you're hitting your vape?
I had drink in my mouth.
Well, what did you do? You just hit your vape and it gleeked?
Yeah.
I shook it. Oh, thanks for the shower. All right, next is for Ada. How do you say that? Will they reach out? Recently unblocked me after years of silence. There have been signs and synchronicities I haven't felt since we were together.
Hermit. Ooh, Devil. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. So, yeah, and I had a feeling that either the Knight, Page, or Ace of Pentacles would come out. So, Ace of Swords reverse. No, this person doesn't really know how to approach you directly, but they are, I think, doing things to try to get your attention. Trying to reel you in and get you to reach out. But I would be careful on that. I'd be real careful on that. Because I think this person's kind of trying to do things to try to manipulate the situation, to control things. No, with the Ace of Swords reversed, right now, this person doesn't really know how to approach you and doesn't want to be the one to just come straight forward and reach out. Not right now, at least. Not right now. Let me see what the second spread says. What's the second spread say? Five of Pentacles reverse. I think what this person's trying to get you to reach out. Devil again. Person's trying to get you to reach out. There is still a karmic tie here. So you're being reminded that there's still a karmic tie, and this person is throwing energy at you, trying to reel you in. And again, be careful with that. Right now, this person has no plans of coming straight forward. They're trying to get you to do it. But be careful with that. Be real careful. All right.
Okay. How are you feeling energetically?
I'm good.
Okay. Next is Jackie. Rich did a personal reading for me in January for this person. Lover's card came up and Rich said that there was a former karmic contract. Not sure how to word this and a little weird, but is this past person now telepathically communicating with me? He has dabbled in the occult and I'm not sure if this is just me being aware of sexual energy with his current partner, if that's even possible, or maybe it's just the full moon. I'm a Capricorn. He is a Gemini.
Telepathic communication is something that 99% of people cannot comprehend. That's a long topic. To do it now we all do it accidentally all the time and don't realize it. But to intentionally communicate to you telepathically, very few people know how to do that. Very few. Very few. There's only one card that I will accept for a yes to that question, and I'm not seeing it here. Looking for the High Priestess. If I was to look for telepathic communication, that would be the High Priestess. Not seeing it here. High Priestess reversed. But now, that doesn't mean that you all might not be accidentally, because when you're energetically tied to somebody like that, there's going to be messages that come back and forth. But 9 times out of 10, it's unconscious. You may pick up on it like, whoa, I thought about that person, and then after I thought about them, I accidentally found one of their socks under the couch or something like that, you know? So, but no, intentionally communicating with you telepathically, no. I get that question a lot, a whole lot, and the likelihood is very, very slim because telepathic communication is not what you would think. And most people, again, they just don't understand how it works. So they're, misreading it.
Well, wouldn't both people have to know how to do it too?
Yeah.
Or is it just one person who could do it and then just know what the other person's like feeling or something?
Yeah. I mean, one person could know how to do it, but then the other person would have to know how to interpret that. Oops. The other person would have to know how to interpret that. And then do it back and forth is...
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. To do it like back and forth.
Yeah, they would have to have two people understand how to do that and understand how to interpret it. So...
Well, you definitely could be picking up on like...
Yeah, you could be picking up on the person's energy. You could be picking up on things telepathically. That's possible. But for this person to intentionally be communicating with you telepathically is very, very rare does that happen. I'm not seeing it here. I got the card one time in the reverse. But no, I don't think so. I think you're just picking up on this person's energy because you haven't released it. There's still a really strong karmic tie here. So, okay.
Okay, next is for Anonymous. A naughty mouse.
A naughty mouse.
Shall I get my full-time job in April, latest by mid-May? Question mark.
Death card.
You're gonna die. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Going through a transformational process right now. The moon card. What you're being prepared for either doesn't exist yet or it's not time for that yet. So if what you're being prepared for something, you're in the middle of a transformational process. So you would have to really, 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 really get out there and dig to try to make that happen. But it would be really hard to get the universe to open a door right now, because it could take you off of your path. It could. So it depends on how much you dig in. Right now, like I said, you're skating along a path right now for a very specific reason. Because what you're being prepared for is something very, very different. Very different. Let me see what the second spread says. Ace of Cups reversed, 10 of Cups reversed, and the 7 of Wands. You have to put up one hell of a fight right now. One hell of a fight. You'd probably right now to really make something happen right now, you would have to kick a door down. You'd have to kick a door down. I'm not saying do or don't do that. I'm not saying that. I'm always all about taking action. But there, with the 7 of Cups in the reverse, you may be looking in the wrong areas for things. You may be looking in some of the wrong places. So yeah, right now you're being given a little nesting period to go through a transformation. You're not bound to it, but in order to break out of it, it would require quite a bit of work. So it's possible. It's possible if you really dig in hard enough. But yeah, when the universe has red tape around you like that, you got to work pretty hard to break out of it, and be careful doing that because that could pull you off your path.
Okay, next is for Kaser. I think I said your name right. So this person actually bought 2 questions. Would you like me just to read everything and then, or do you want me to just do like one question?
Just read it all.
Okay. What does my spirit guide want me to know about my connection with Erica? And then how does Erica truly feel for me right now? This is a current person, connection, coworker. She's a Pisces. I'm Scorpio. She knows I'm interested in her. Thing is I've known her for about 2 plus years. I told her I wanted to pursue her, and she was like, I just want to be friends. And then when I step back, she's all over me, so I'm hella confused.
Yeah.
So I guess the soul contract, or what does my spirit guides want me to know about Eric, and then how does she feel?
I don't need a tarot card to tell you what game she's playing. I mean, she likes the attention. She likes the attention. She likes the feeling of being wanted. And that's all she wants. Just wants the feeling of somebody wanting her she wants to be able to have her cake and eat it too. And that's what you call push-pull. See it happen all the time. Push-pull. It's not that your spirit guide wants you to know something. I'll have to look at the soul contract. What's the soul contract? Oh, this is a bump contract. Okay. So this has a lot to do with altering the trajectory of your life path. Okay. Yeah. So, and there's some codependency energy in here too, but yeah, you're mainly connected with this person to play a role in the trajectory of your life path. That's the main thing here. You should never be confused about how somebody feels about you. When you're confused about how somebody feels about you, that means they're not that into you. If they really want you, you will know. If they're not that into you, you will be confused. Judgment reversed. Yeah, she's playing with you. Yep, she's playing with you, playing games with you. Because where'd it go? Like I said, it's more about it makes her feel good about herself to know that you want her and you're chasing her and you're pursuing her. It makes her feel good about herself. When you cut it off, then that makes her feel bad about herself. So she's going to do everything she can to keep that attention coming, and it'll go push, pull, back and forth, 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 as long as you keep playing that game. That's a game that's really, really hard to break out of. But hopefully it doesn't push you to your breaking point, because sometimes people can get seriously pushed to their breaking point, to the point where something really ugly happens with that game right there. So was that, how many spreads was that? Was that 2?
That was 2. So 2 more for the second question, which is, how does she feel about me right now?
I kind of already answered that question.
See, that's why I shouldn't have read them both to you. Because the first one was, what does the spirit want me to know about her? And then, how does she feel?
Third time in a row, codependency card came out. So when you have a codependent, they don't have feelings for you. It's all about how they feel. The codependent is basically kind of like the drug addict that needs an outside source to an inside problem. I need something to make me feel a certain way so that it distracts me from my pain and my problems. So the attention that you're showing her makes her feel good about herself. So she's using that. She gets kind of high on the attention. And when you step back, of course, then her supply, she's going through withdrawals now. Now she doesn't feel good about herself. Devil card, see? Devil card, codependency card comes out with every spread I pull.
I've literally done that so many times with guys in my life. I feel so bad because, yeah, it's just a game.
Yeah, it's a game.
Ugh.
So, yeah. Unfortunately, though, like I said, it is changing the course of your life path, but it's also creating karma at the same time. But in the long run, between now and 2030, it will have seriously impacted the trajectory of your path in ways that may not make sense unless you're able to separate yourself from your emotions and connect the dots of your life from a very objective perspective. So yeah, just at some point, you're gonna have to draw that line at some point, because she'll keep you going for fucking ever if she can, until you're stubborn enough to put your foot down and say, I'm not fucking playing this game no more. And yeah, anywho.
Okay, next is for E. It says, yo, spy on my life, spy on my energy. I want to know the tea. LOL. I think I have a twin flame connection, and I want to know in the least toxic possible way if my gut is right, because I have taken my focus off of him, but moving on still feels forced. I'm a Capricorn woman, by the way. Oh, and by the way, the frog in your throat is people/energies mad that you're exposing them.
Okay, so what is it that I'm looking at here?
I think I have a twin flame connection. I want to know if her gut is right, because I've taken my focus off of him.
So gut right being
like moving away.
So whether or not you've made the right decision to move away from this?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
And then, okay. Yeah, and then she said, but moving on still feels forced. Like she's having to force it. Like it obviously doesn't feel natural to do that.
Well, a lot of times, there's a lot of connections.
Oh, now she says whether he's a twin flame or not. Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, I guess we misinterpreted that.
Well, there's only one card that I will accept as the twin flame connection. But like I was just saying earlier, through my line of work and my career and my personal life and on my path, most twin flame connections do not stay in union the whole lifetime. I think I've seen like maybe 3 twin flame connections that were romantic couples who built a life partnership. So even if it was a twin flame, that doesn't mean that the two of you have to build a life partnership. But I'm looking for the Lover's card in the upright. I don't have it here. I do not have it here. Ah, there we go. Karmic tie. Very, very strong karmic tie. So this is, and my bump contract card came out. So this is a multi-layered, multifaceted connection. So this person is an extremely near and dear member of your soul family. You all have been playing the Earth game for a very long time together and have had many, 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 many lifetimes together where you've played very close, intimate roles in each other's lives. And so that's why there's such a strong energetic tie and energetic connection here. I wouldn't call it a twin flame connection. There was some karma that was cleared, by the way. You did clear it. But there's a really, really strong energetic tie. And like, for example, let's say in your last 5 lifetimes, you were parent and child. You know, well, if you go from you being the parent and them being the child to them being the parent and you being the child to you being the mother and them being the son to you being the father and them being the daughter for like 5 lifetimes in a row. And then we say, okay, we've done that enough. We've played that game enough times. Let's do something different. How about you be the boyfriend, I'll be the girlfriend, right? It's going to be a very, very tough, difficult connection to walk away from. Because your soul remembers how many times you all have had such a close bond in all those different lifetimes. That's why it feels forced. Because this person is such a close member of your soul family. And it's triggering soul recognition. It's triggering you to remember all the things that you all have done in previous lifetimes. So, but no, I wouldn't call it a twin flame connection. I don't have the Lover's card here. 6 of Cups twice in a row. So, yeah, one of the closest members of your soul family, which nobody's closer than another. You all just played close, intimate roles in your lives in more lifetimes than other people in your soul family. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yep.
So do you want to cut it off? Like no more coming in, or what do you want to do?
No, I don't want to cut it off. No more coming in.
Oh, you seem like you were getting drained.
No, took a lot of wind.
Your little alien turds getting you drained.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I got my Moldavite on for the first time since 2022.
Jeez.
Is how long it's been since I've worn this. I put it on and wore it for 6 days straight until I had to take it off, and I haven't put it on since then. So I put it on again last night. Anywho, no, so we can still bring more in. I'm good.
Okay.
But if it goes to 2 hours, then we'll take a break.
Yeah.
And if there's still more coming in,
yeah.
if there's still more coming in, then we'll come back and do a part 3.
Okay. Well, as long as you're feeling good, then
I'm good.
Keep trucking.
Took my correct energy supplements today.
I want to go take some of the Shilajit.
Oh yeah.
Shilajit.
You want me to go get them for you?
No, I can go get it. People are expecting you, so okay. Next is Anonymous. Oh, Naughty Mouse.
Naughty Mouse.
This person actually bought 2 questions, so I'm gonna do one after the other. Okay. First one is I split up with Chad K. December 14th of 24. He made a weak attempt to reach out to me, and it affected me more than I would like to admit. I am in my healing journey, and I want to know if he's going to make another attempt to reconcile with me. FYI, I don't believe he has good intentions whatsoever. I'm just simply trying to brace myself and prepare as much as I can. Thank you.
Okay.
Isn't that a question that was on last week? Sounds like the same question. Or maybe not.
3 of Pentacles reverse. Magician. Well, I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's a good way to describe it. Weak attempt to try to reach out, meaning doing things to try to get your attention. It wouldn't surprise me if he did that another time or two. Do things to try to get your attention, possibly. Actually, honestly, I feel like he's done it more than you know. It just may not have hit your radar. So, possibly, there's a possibility that he could, let's see, since December 2024, so it's been a little over a year. He could be waiting on an opportunity to see if you let your guard down. Very possibly. Let me just see. Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords reverse. Doesn't really know how to approach you. And yeah, there'll probably be a couple more attempts to try to test you and see what kind of reaction he can get out of you. Hopefully it doesn't even hit your radar though. That's slippery. He might, I don't know, unless he diverts off of that path. But I do think that he is planning on trying to wait for the right opportunity to see if he can get your attention. So there's so much more I want to say though. So much more I want to say. I would say probably. There will probably be another attempt to at least try to get your attention, but come straight forward and reach out? Probably not. Probably not. Unless he finds himself in a desperate place. What's the other question?
Okay, so it says, my mom has been very disrespectful and aggressive with me to the point of me having to stop communication altogether. I told her the only way I can continue a relationship with her is if she starts therapy. I'm currently in shadow work and I feel like I'm losing everyone around me. I don't know if I'm doing too much, or if this is something that I should stand by. It's really crushing me. Will she change?
Yeah, that's part of the
Oh,
path.
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's because you're changing, so everybody else is falling away.
Yeah.
That's like the hardest part.
Yeah, that's part of the path. Especially if you're wrapped up in a circle of people who are all on a very low vibration. When you start breaking out of that, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I personally have never really met anybody who goes on a healing and awakening journey that doesn't go through that. I guess it's possible. So what's actually the question as to whether or not you're making the right decision?
It says, will she change?
Will she change? Well, we got the Queen of Swords, Empress. All I can read right now is her intentions in the current moment, and it's not really looking like she's planning on it right now. But see, it's more layered than that, because situations like this, it's very likely that you all have been stuck in this pattern for many, many lifetimes. And this will be the first time that you've broken free from it. So it's hard to say what decision she's going to make, because you're making the decision to break free from it, meaning you are putting an end to the generational curse. So whether or not you're strong enough to stand on your boundaries is one thing. There's so many different things that determine whether or not somebody else is going to change. But with the Queen of Swords and the Empress both in the upright, plus common sense, most people just don't change. They just don't. Eight of Swords, she doesn't believe she's done anything wrong. She's refusing to look at the truth of the situation, like most people. That's just most humans for you. Most humans don't want to look at themselves. So it's not very likely. Not very likely. I wouldn't dump a bunch of eggs in that basket. Now, you focus on you. And if you are able to break out of this and break away from it and break the generational curse, there is a likelihood that she could see that and be inspired to do the same. But only after you have broken away from it and completely released yourself from it. And then even at that, even if she's inspired to do it, whether or not she has the mental fortitude to go through with it is something totally different topic. But not right now. That's not for you to worry about right now. The only thing that you need to worry about right now is breaking away from it, healing and evolving and ascending up out of that frequency and spreading your own wings. And then maybe later on down the line, hopefully.
Okay. Next is for, how do you say that? Shamiri? Okay, it says, how is Mario feeling about me? He is someone I've dated, but we just separate since he said he doesn't have time for a committed relationship right now. He said he has a lot of respect for me. I kind of freaked out on him I think I scared him off because he was starting to talk about commitment.
Page of Swords. Seven of Cups. So I don't know if it's so much as he doesn't have time for a committed relationship as much as he doesn't want one right now. I think at some point in time, I think there's somebody else that he really has feelings for. And I highly suspect it's somebody from the past. And he just wants to fill a void right now because he wants to distract himself from heartbreak and keep his options open, play around, play games, play the field. And it's, again, I know I use this analogy a lot, but I liken it to going and getting drunk. It works really good, but you have to keep drinking more, and then you wake up the next day feeling worse and you got to go out and drink again to keep distracting yourself from it. And you have to keep drinking more and more. Similarly, when you're trying to use other people to distract yourself from heartbreak that somebody else caused, it's a very fleeting, short-lived feeling. It wears off really quick. And you got to keep bouncing from person to person to person to keep getting that high that distracts you from your heartbreak. So honestly, I think that he doesn't want a committed. He doesn't know what he wants. He's a very, very lost, broken, confused individual. Knight of Wands. Yeah. I just don't think he's ready for a committed relationship. I don't think so. Emperor. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what he wants. In one breath, he thinks he wants a committed relationship, but then in the same breath, he still has all his heartbreak he's trying to distract himself from. So if you settle down and commit with one person, then I'm going to have to deal with my own problems, when it's easier to just distract myself from my problems with new people. So he's very confused, very lost, very broken, doesn't know what he wants a committed relationship, but doesn't know how to heal, and wants to distract himself from past heartbreak all at the same time. He's very, very lost, broken, and confused, has no idea what he wants. He's a mess. He's a mess. So how does he feel about you? Well, it's all in the mix of that big mess. So yeah, you might have scared him off, possibly, very possibly. Okay, that's about all I could get out of that.
Okay. Next is for Penelope. Will my person and I reconcile and be committed, or will he continue to play games and reconcile with someone from his past?
Well, I can't really promise you I can get a lot of details on what he's going to do with his personal life. But I can see if the two of you still have unfinished business or not. Six of Cups reversed. No. So you all did not clear and complete your original contract. Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups reversed. And there's the emotionally manipulative game player. So, I mean, right now, I see a strong likelihood of another repeat cycle. Both people have to change energy in order to come back together. And most people just don't do that. And when you have somebody that's playing games, the likelihood that they're going to stop playing games and start being serious is kind of slim, especially if you keep letting them do it. If you keep letting them do it, they're going to be comfortable doing it. So I don't see him deciding to stop playing games anytime soon with the King of Cups reversed. Seeing a lot of energy pushing for a reconciliation attempt too. A whole lot of it. But it's one-sided. Very, very one-sided. Devil card. So you're dealing with a very one-sided service to self type of individual. And the Knight of Wands. So, yeah, I'm seeing a potential for a reconciliation attempt. But, yeah, more than likely repeat cycle.
Okay. So we have just two more left.
Two more.
Unless any come in. Okay. So this is for Misha. What are my ex's true intentions towards me? I recently had to walk away as he was still in contact with an ex-girlfriend.
Ace of Swords. I think the most important question would be, what are his intentions towards his past person? I don't know. I guess I'll just you have to give this person an energy check and see what kind of person he is in general. Ace of Wands reverse. Look, you got two aces, one in the upright, one in the reverse. Mixed signals. Knight of Cups, Page of Wands. Well, he definitely has not moved on from his ex-girlfriend. There aren't very many legitimate reasons why you should be in contact with your ex. Not really. And if there is, he should be telling you that, you know, like, hey, my ex wrote me, just to let you know, just to be polite and let you know, show you the message. Look, my ex wrote me, you know. If he's doing sneaky shit like that, hiding it, talking to an ex behind the scenes, he's not moved on from that. Absolutely has not moved on from that. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Oh man, how do I describe? And the King of Cups in the reverse. So, how do you describe that? How do you describe that? He.
That's always your.
How do you describe that? I'm trying to come up with a short, simple way to describe when, you know, I think we've all been there where you break up with one person and you just want to find somebody new when you really want that person. You know, so now you're with this person. You still haven't let go of that person. Hasn't moved on from his past person. I think he's just doesn't know what the hell he wants. Let's see what the second spread says. Star card reversed. Six of Wands reversed. I just don't really think he's mature enough to commit. I don't think so. I don't think he's really, truly, genuinely mature enough to commit. Hasn't let go of the past person. Hasn't moved on from the past person. So I think what you did was the best decision. That's the best decision. If you find something like that, you know, and you're being sneaky and hiding it, and you had to find out without him telling you, yeah, that's probably the best thing you could do is walk away from that. Probably.
Okay. Oh, sorry, hold on a second.
Good. So we're gonna go for another 12 minutes, and let's finish these up. The ones that just came in, the ones you're putting in there, the ones that just came in. Let's finish those up. Do you want to do a part 3, or do you want to cut it off?
Yeah, we can do a part 3. Hold on, I'm trying to get the ones that just came in.
Okay.
I am only one person. Nevaeh, did you see my text?
Yeah, did you get mine?
No, I'm busy. Oh, all of them are dry?
Yes.
Okay, just put it on the table.
I put it on the couch.
Put it on the table because there's cat hair on the couch probably.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you. Try and get my life together.
Good. Actually, I'm gonna go grab my water bottle real quick.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
So someone wants to know what time are we live till? So we've been live for almost 2 hours right now, so we're probably gonna take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. Do you want to just do this one, or do you want to cut it now and then come back? A little. What do you want to do? Or should we just finish? Let's just finish these and then be done.
Yeah, let's finish those, and then do you want to come back for a part 2 and
Leave part 3.
or part 3 and leave it open for more to come in?
No, because I wanted to hang out with you tonight.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you want to just cut it off now then?
I mean, what do you want to do?
It don't matter to me. I'm in a good vibe.
I mean, you still have energy to work?
Yeah. I do. Well, I do have a personal reading that's due at 9 though. So.
Oh yeah, you do. Well, let's just keep going and then see what happens.
All right.
Okay, next is anonymous. It says, I have a business that I have an idea to expand it in a global way. I know I'm not currently in the process of invented it yet. Do my spirit guides support my idea, or am I meant for something else entirely?
Eight of Wands reverse. Six of Swords. Ten of Swords. Well, yeah, you could absolutely make this happen. But there will be a lot of unexpected twists and turns due to technological advancements that are going to be coming out in the next 5 years. And I just use 5 years as a marker point. I mean, the next 20 years is really going to be going to turn planet Earth into a completely different place. But for the short term, the next 5 years, there's going to be lots of technological advancements that pretty much change and revolutionize the way we do everything, everything. So yes, but it's not quite going to be exactly what you would expect. Not quite. If you get on that path, where it's leading you is beyond your comprehension right now, the end point of it. So I don't know if it doesn't exist yet, or if your idea will just be taken to a level that it's not ready for yet. I'm not sure. I don't know which one it is, Like, for example, 20 years ago, the thought that you could sit in a room by yourself and read tarot cards in front of a cell phone and have hundreds of thousands of people watch you do it, that would have been unheard of 20, 25 years ago. Similarly, there's going to be technological advancements that change things, but you will absolutely, here in the next 5 years, be able to carry that out. You'll be able to get all the funding that you need, because we're going through a big transfer of wealth right now, globally, and so yeah, you absolutely could get on that path and do that. But wait for the right time. And I don't normally say that. If you do decide to take action early, just pay attention and don't try to force anything. Don't try to fight anything. It's not quite time for that yet. There will be a lot of unexpected twists and turns. But yeah, your idea is supported.
Oops, I put the wrong timestamp on that one. Maybe that's supposed to be a 49.
Probably.
Let me get that out of here. Okay. Next is for Annie. And it says, what's going to happen with this connection between me and this Cancer? Off and on situationships since last year. I blocked in third-party BS.
Well, what happens is up to you. When you got somebody dealing with a third party, that's not somebody you need in your life, period. Especially if it's been on and off, and there was a third party, that tells you everything you need to know about that person. So that's up to you. What's going to happen? I can look at the soul contract, but I can't tell you what decision you're going to make. But I can tell you, though, when you're dealing with somebody like that, it'll be on and off for the rest of your life if you keep playing that game. Let me look at the soul contract, though. Ace of Swords reverse. Game player. I honestly don't think there was a pre-birth contract here. I don't think so. I don't think this was a long-term permanent contract. I think this was a near and dear member of your soul family that you accidentally got mixed up with in a way you weren't supposed to. Y'all didn't have a contract in this lifetime. Okay. Oh. Well. Yeah. And 7 of Swords. So what happens depends on you. You already blocked him. Okay. Situationship, first red flag. On and off, second red flag. Third party, third red flag.
There's your balloons.
The balloons. There's all the other red flags floating up.
They're not red flags, they're red balloons.
Yeah, red balloons. There you go. And so that tells you everything you need to know about this person. He has no desire to settle down with anybody. So you blocked him. You should leave him blocked because he's not who you think he is. He's not who you want him to be. But if you keep playing the same game, you'll keep winning the same prize. It will keep looping around and repeating the same cycle. Yeah. But when it comes to the contract, I don't think you all had a contract in this lifetime. That's not uncommon. I see that from time to time. It can easily happen. You get out there and for whatever reason, you bring somebody into your life and there's not a contract and you try to force something to happen while the universe is fighting against you. And these situations can end up like this. So yeah, what happens is up to you. If I was you, I'd leave him blocked unless you want to keep playing that same game.
Okay, next is for Sean. Me and my girl broke up yesterday. Should I reconciliate? What? Is that right? Is that not a word?
No.
It's not?
No.
Reconciliate? Wait.
It's should I reconcile? When two people
But
reconcile.
past tense is wait.
No.
Now my
The
brain
process of reconciling is reconciliation. But the word is reconcile.
Yeah, reconcile.
Okay, I got you. I know what you mean.
He's in the chat.
I know what you mean. Okay.
That's funny. Tee-hee.
Let's see. Eight of Cups. That's the card of walking away. You all completed your contract. So there is no unfinished business here. You separated because it was time to separate. I don't know what it was. I don't know what you all were supposed to accomplish together, but when you have the World card in the upright and the Eight of Cups, that means you completed the contract and it was time to walk away. So technically, reconciliation isn't in the soul contract because it's complete. So let me see. High Priestess reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed. 10 of Pentacles reversed. There's the Karmic wheel in the upright. This is a completed contract. And the World card again. Completed contract. So technically, no. And if you do attempt reconciliation, very strong likelihood that it'll be a repeat cycle and turn into an on and off. And then, once those on and off situations start, they usually don't stop unless you make it stop. It's a completed contract, though.
Oogly doogly. Next is Ben's mom, 68. It says, is this over between the two of us? Me, December 4th, 68. Him, December 5th, 68. Wow, you guys' birthdays are right after each other. That's crazy. In and out of each other's lives, all of our lives until 2021, living together but very distant. Will me... Oh. I did not mean to paste that there. That's the next person's question.
Hmm.
So yeah, is it over between them, but they live together? She said we're still living together and sharing a bed. Etc. We know what etc. means. Actually, I don't know if you guys are doing that or not, but I would assume that's what that means if you're, sharing a bed.
Okay. Well, death card reversed. So contractually, no, the contract is not complete. But energetically, that's a totally different story. So this is like your vehicle has been in the, what do you call it? What do you call that shit? The derby?
Oh.
What's that?
Yeah.
Where they crash cars together and shit. So that's what the vehicle of this relationship looks like. Demolition derby, that's what you call it. It's so dented up and banged up that it's just blah, 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 trying to drive down the road. Blah, blah. So, but the soul contract is not complete with the death reversed. But there's almost little to no connection left. The damage that's been done over the years has put dents in this thing that nothing is impossible. So I try to be careful the way I say that. But the work that it would take you're not going to pop this dent out. You're going to have to take it to the shop, and they're going to have to completely replace the body, replace the transmission, the engine, the chassis, the fucking suspension, everything, and it's possible. Let me see what the second spread says. Strength card, yeah, Empress. So no, it's not really complete, but there's that codependency card again. It's not really complete, no. It's so technically, spiritually, it's not over. Energetically, it's getting to the point to where it's about past the point of no return. So that's kind of where you're at with that. And I struggle with advice on situations like that because I'm not a very good player of the human game. So as a starseed myself, normally I just get the hell out of situations like that because that's the only way I know how to handle it. Like, fuck this shit, I'm gone. But
it's your first life.
Yeah. But to answer the question, no, the contract is not complete, but yes, the energy is so messed up that it's almost past the point of no return. There we go.
Is that one done?
Yup.
Okay, next is for Paige. Will me and my ex get back together? Coming up on 2 months broken up, but we still keep in contact, but they only want friends with benefits and they know I want more, but I don't know how they truly feel.
Well, the likelihood that if somebody wants friends with benefits and they're telling you they want friends with benefits, they're probably being honest. Because that doesn't make you look good when you want friends with benefits. So if I wanted more, if I wanted to be with you, why would I tell you I just want friends with benefits? I wouldn't. If you want more than that and I want more than that, why would I pretend that I don't? I wouldn't. So the likelihood that they're being honest with you is very, very high. Very, very high. Let me see. The soul contract. 10 of Swords, reverse. Ten of Cups, reversed. So this isn't a long-term permanent contract. It is not. So life partnership, happily ever after, rainbows and unicorns is not in the soul contract here. I don't know if it was complete. It's kind of hard to tell, but I am getting that it wasn't a permanent contract. Either way. So, I mean, I guess I can give the person an energy check here. But yeah, when somebody says they want friends with benefits, they're usually being honest, because that doesn't make you look very good. It makes you look kind of bad when you say that, you know? So, 10 of Swords again. Now, this person has completely given up on love altogether, I think. Altogether. Death card. Yeah, this person's given up on love altogether. 10 of Cups reversed again. So, yeah, this person's probably being honest with you. Will you reconcile? Depends on how desperate this person gets. So let's say this person gets to a point where they're unable to pull anybody in and they're so desperate to get laid. Then, yeah, they'll probably come forward and bullshit you and lie to you just to get what they want out of you. But nobody's going to pretend they want friends with benefits when they want more. That doesn't even make sense. So careful with that. Not a permanent long-term connection.
Okay, so this is going to be our last one. And then if any others come in, you will be read next Sunday. Next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Oh, one just came in right now.
Okay, we'll read we'll read this one, and then yeah.
The one that just came in, we'll read that one. So this one and one more, and then anything that comes in now from now next week. So
Isn't next week is Easter?
Yeah.
So I guess we could still come on Easter, but I don't know. It might be a slow day. That might benefit you guys because then there won't be a big old long list.
Yeah.
Okay, next is Iola. Iola, right? Yeah. Okay, what is the Pisces guy feeling towards me right now? Which is, it says my ex. They've broken up for about 4 months, but we've had communication between them.
Judgment reversed. I think he feels a little bit of unfinished business. 5 of Swords reversed. I think he has some feelings for you. I think so. Feels unfinished business, still has a special place in his heart for you, I think, but doesn't really have the faith. Struggles with whether or not it would ever work out between the two of you. So it's kind of like a battle between head over heart, where it's like, yeah, I have feelings for you, but do I want to put myself in that situation and go through this bullshit all over again, basically, you know? So doesn't know if he wants to get back with you or keep his options open and play around. He's typical Pisces, and they're Pisces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Typical Pisces, confused and, you know, just in conflict with their own emotions. And let's see what the next spread says. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, karmic wheel still feels a karmic tie. So still feels a strong energetic connection. I think does still have feelings for you, but again, isn't 100% convinced that it wouldn't turn into a toxic shit show and just come to an end again. So very conflicted. Ace of Cups reversed, Page of Cups upright. That's the best way I can think to explain that. Conflicted. And there is a karmic tie. All right.
Okay.
Last
so
one.
Last we have Mackenzie. And she said that she has been watching you for the last 5+ years. Thank you for everything you do.
Right on.
And it says, am I making the right decision walking away from Michael's life fully? He's my past person.
Ooh, 7 of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. The 7 of Swords jumps out like that. That means this isn't somebody you can trust. There is no legitimate reason to keep somebody you can't trust in your life. Lover's card reversed. I don't know the details of what happened in this situation, but there has been a permanent dent popped in the connection, and the card of walking away came out. So yeah. Let's see what the second spread says. World card. So yep, 8 of Wands, Moon card, Karmic wheel in the upright. So yeah, I don't really think this is somebody that you can trust. Has this been on and off? Because this has on and off written all over it.
She said, wow, I have absolute chills. I tried to reconnect with him, but keep catching him in lies. It hurts, but I think I know what's best.
Yeah. Not somebody you can trust. So,
On and off for 2 years.
Okay, I was going to say, that's on and off. Like, yeah. So, yeah, that's the best decision that you can make. I hate to keep beating that drum to death, but on and off, I've never seen it work. Personally. Maybe it has. Maybe you have. I'm not discounting that, but every on and off I've ever seen, it stays on and off and on and off and on and off. So, all right, y'all.
Thank you guys so much.
Yep.
This was a really good part 2.
Mm-hmm.
This was epic.
Yep. So I had a lot of fun doing this. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm 100% back in the right vibe. My sickness is all gone. So
back.
I'm, ready to get after it.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next Sunday then.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.